Good morning. My name is Jordan Bendat-Appell, and I am so glad to be with you this year for Orot special Ushpizin video series for Sukkot. The person that I would like to invite into my sukkah today, and really holding this person in my heart very much today, is my mother. And connected with her on this day of our recognizing these Ushpizin, these holy guests, I'm thinking about Sarah Imenu, Sarah, our mother. My mother's Hebrew name is Chaya Sarah, which really is connected to words that mean the life of Sarah, and it's reminiscent of the Torah portion Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah. And that parsha comes and describes a reality that is, once Sarah is gone, thank God, that is not my case, and my mother is alive and well, thank God, poo poo poo, but I'm not with her physically right now. I'm in Toronto, she's in the Chicago area, and so she can't be in my sukkah, I can't be in her sukkah, but she's very much with me, and her love is very much with me. It's a certain kind of love also, and this is why I was thinking of my mother and Sarah in connection with Sukkot and this moment in our lives. And of course, we find ourselves in this moment in which, more than maybe we ever have before, we're aware of the ways in which we can't depend upon things in our world in the ways in which we thought we could, and certainly in the ways in which we would like to. So there's a kind of an experience of groundlessness that's just pervasive right now. Many of the institutions and structures, and even just the sense of being able to physically be with the people that we love, these things that we are foundational and that we depend upon, they're just not here in the same way. And yet, we live and we exist and we must move forward. And I think Sukkot really speaks to this reality because it says, on Sukkot, you dwell in the sukkah, and it's impermanent. It's flimsy. When it rains, the sukkah should leak, and when the wind is really strong, the sukkah should fall down. And it's not the time of our being sad because our sukkah is leaky, but rather our sages called it Zman Simchatenu, the time of our rejoicing. And this raises so many interesting questions. What does it mean to rejoice in a sukkah that's raining, that's leaking? And to me, this really points towards an essential practice that I know that I need, which is really about enduring in loving, in being open, in staying connected to a quality of joy, even when the conditions feel counter to those experiences. And yet, we can endure in staying committed to this quality of being loving and open, even when, again, we might feel like we need to just close down and protect ourselves. And certainly, when I think of somebody who has that quality of just enduring in loving and not kind of closing off to the world, I think of my mother, somebody who is just so open-hearted and generous in spirit and in giving in all kinds of ways, and taught me that we must do that, especially when we don't feel like it, and that is the essence of what it means to be a good person and what it means to be a Jew, is that we endure in that capacity to being loving and generous of spirit and of heart. And so I really want to bring my mother and also the biblical matriarch Sarah into the sukkah today. And Sarah's story is one of facing tremendous hardship and fear and difficulty, but as our tradition teaches, she persisted in being loving, in being caring throughout all of it. And that love remained even when she wasn't with the people who she loved. And so today is a day of connecting with that love, of sitting in our Sukkot, which the Sfat Emet says are like, what does it mean that it's that we rejoice in this time? that it's Zman Simchatenu, what it means is that we should inhabit our Sukkot as if we are sitting in the Garden of Eden. And when I imagine what that must feel like to sit in the Garden of Eden, a big part of it is just feeling filled with love and feeling really bathed in that sense of connection to another person. And for me, my mother really epitomizes that person who just loves me unconditionally no matter what. And so whatever kind of rain may be leaking in your sukkah, whatever kinds of winds may be battering your sukkah, let us strengthen each other and feel a sense of hope, that we can feel that sense of love, we can bring that quality of love and chesed into our sukkah today. And I hope it's a sweet and healthy holiday for you and your family. I wish you an evening of dwelling in the light and presence of your loved ones, those with you, and also those who are far away. I love you, Mom. Chag Sameach from Orot.